The Pentagon just dropped news that has military analysts around the world frantically recalculating America's air dominance. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, something unprecedented is happening just 50 miles from North Korea's border. The US Air Force is conducting what they're calling the most radical combat experiment in decades. And it's so bold that it's making China and Russia seriously nervous. We're talking about 31 F-16 Fighting Falcons being moved closer to North Korean territory than ever before. Far beyond just another military deployment, this is the Pentagon testing a revolutionary concept they call super squadrons, formations that break every traditional rule about how fighter units should operate. And the early results? They're so promising that the Air Force just greenlit Phase 2. But the real game changer was yet to come. What you're about to discover isn't military news you'll see anywhere else. This could completely transform how air forces operate worldwide, and it's happening right now in one of the most dangerous neighborhoods on Earth. Let me paint you the picture of what's really going on here. For decades, fighter squadrons have operated with 18 to 24 aircraft. That's been the standard since World War II. But these new mega squadrons, they're packing 31 F-16s each. That's nearly a 40% increase in firepower under a single command structure. What happened next would shock everyone involved. Not simply some Pentagon desk exercise. We're talking about relocating over 1,000 American airmen and their families. That's 1,000 of America's finest, trained to perfection, being repositioned to strengthen what military strategists call the most critical defensive line in the Pacific. Here's where this story gets fascinating. On July 28, 2025, something extraordinary started happening at Kunsan Air Base, about 115 miles southwest of Seoul. Fighter jets began taking off, not for routine patrols, but for permanent relocation to Osan Base. That move put these F-16s 80 miles closer to potential threats. 80 miles might not sound like much, but in modern warfare, that could mean the difference between stopping an attack and watching it succeed. When you're dealing with hypersonic missiles and surprise strikes, every second counts. And that's when things took an unexpected turn. One pilot shared a moment that changed his perspective forever. As he flew closer to the North Korean border for the first time since the relocation, he realized this wasn't strategic positioning. It could change the course of a war. "The moment I saw how much closer we were to potential flashpoints," he told us, "I understood we weren't just moving bases. We were rewriting history." Meanwhile, Maintenance Officer Captain Bryce Hughes worked tirelessly with his team, often through the night, ensuring every single F-16 was mission ready. He called this a force optimization test, but what he discovered pushed the boundaries of what these enhanced squadrons could become. For these airmen and technicians, this transcends being just another deployment. It's a mission that could shape the future of aerial combat and determine the safety of millions. Yet the most surprising results were still unfolding. What USAF leadership is doing here breaks every conventional rule about squadron organization. For generations, military doctrine has maintained that 18 to 24 aircraft per squadron is the optimal balance between effectiveness and manageability. But the mega squadron strategy throws that playbook out the window. The first phase, which started in October 2024, moved 9 F-16s and 150 airmen from Kunsan to this strategic base in Osan, boosting the 36th Fighter Squadron from 22 to 31 aircraft. The results were so impressive that Pentagon leadership immediately approved Phase 2 without hesitation. The questions they're answering aren't theoretical anymore. Can a larger squadron launch more sorties? Can it maintain aircraft more efficiently? Can it respond to threats faster? Military aviation is finding out in real time, and the early data is exceeding all expectations. But the consequences of this decision are far from over. Let's talk about what those 80 miles really mean in military terms. From this pivotal airbase, F-16s can now reach any target in North Korea within minutes. Not about aggression, it's about deterrence that actually works. Every potential adversary in the region now has to completely recalculate their plans, knowing that America has concentrated this much firepower so close to potential flashpoints. We're talking about aircraft that can carry up to 17,000 pounds of ordnance each. Do the math. That's over 500,000 pounds of potential firepower in just one elite squadron. The strategic positioning is brilliant. The facility at Osan sits in Pyeongtaek, roughly 40 miles south of Seoul. placing it at the perfect distance to defend South Korea's capital while maintaining rapid response capability against northern threats. This next move would redefine military strategy entirely. Let's be clear about what we're dealing with here. These aren't your grandfather's F-16s from the 1970s. The Fighting Falcons moving to the enhanced facility have received the latest avionics upgrades, new radar systems, and enhanced electronic warfare capabilities. They're old dogs with very new tricks. Modern F-16s are equipped with the APG-83 Scalable Agile Beam Radar, providing capabilities that would have seemed like science fiction when the aircraft first flew. They can track multiple targets simultaneously, engage beyond visual range, and operate in electronic warfare environments that would have grounded earlier generation fighters. The integration of Link 16 data link means these aircraft don't fight alone. They're part of a networked force that shares information in real time. When one F-16 detects a threat, every aircraft in the formation knows about it instantly. But that wasn't the boldest part of the plan. What came next had Pentagon insiders stunned. Intelligence reports confirm that both China and Russia are closely monitoring these developments, and they should be. The advanced Squadron model, if successful, could be replicated at American bases worldwide. Imagine powerful squadrons in Europe, the Middle East, or defending American airspace itself. Regional allies are taking notice too. Japan, having agreed to host F-35s at Misawa, sees the elite squadron success as validation of the broader modernization strategy. Australia, Singapore, and other partners in the region understand that a stronger American presence benefits everyone who values stability and freedom in the Indo-Pacific. The message to potential adversaries is crystal clear. America isn't retreating from its commitments in Asia. Instead, we're doubling down, innovating, and strengthening our position. What followed next pushed the boundaries of possibility. What we're witnessing at this strategic location represents more than an experiment. It's the birth of a new era in combat aviation. While other nations struggle with committee meetings and bureaucratic studies, the US Air Force is conducting this as a live operation, testing and adjusting in real time. The economic efficiency alone has Pentagon planners excited. By consolidating resources, military aviation can potentially achieve greater operational power with lower overall costs. Shared facilities, combined maintenance operations, and unified command structures could save millions annually. Training is accelerating too. With more aircraft in one location, pilots can conduct larger, more complex exercises without the logistical nightmare of coordinating between multiple bases. The 51st Fighter Wing is already known for its fight-tonight readiness posture, and the enhanced squadron concept amplifies this capability exponentially. And the impact of this revolutionary approach was about to become clear. As Phase 2 officially begins this October, all eyes are on this pivotal airbase. Military analysts, allied nations, and potential adversaries are all watching to see if the mega squadron strategy delivers on its promise. Based on Phase 1 results and the caliber of Americans implementing this initiative, success seems not just likely, but inevitable. The transformation happening in Korea represents more than just reorganizing fighter squadrons. It's a statement of American resolve, a demonstration of military innovation, and a clear message that the United States remains the dominant air power globally. This is American air power evolution in action, not happening in some classified location or theoretical wargame. It's happening right now, in one of the world's most strategically important regions, with real aircraft, real airmen, and real consequences for global security. The elite squadron experiment may have started as an idea, but it's quickly becoming the future of air combat operations. While others talk about military modernization, America is doing it, proving once again that actions speak louder than words.